Meghan Markle may feel like she's simply now cooking the books because she's launched her brand new lifestyle adventure. And of course, Prince Harry looked beamishly happy, didn't he, on that recent video link for the Diana Legacy Award. But things are not as, shall we say, smiley behind the scenes as one may have thought. As ever, let me explain. Morning, nice to see you. Thank you so much for joining me on this nice, wonderful, warm evening so far. A bit of a spring warm evening. I know it looks a little bit darker than it is. And of course, behind me is the beautiful Parliament building, sparkling, twinkling against the River Thames. I like this particular bit of London, you know, because if you watch all those old British 1950s B films, there's a lot of the, so we say, action filmed on this particular segment, you know, where the baddie meets the policeman and they swap, you know, that sort of stuff. If you check them out, they're always here. I just think it's sort of atmospherical. You can understand why it does so well. Well, yes, of course. Well, I know. I'm expecting to be moved along any moment now, in fact. Back as ever, though, to your royal story of the day. Now, it's interesting, this, because, you know, recently Meghan's boss and Harry's boss, Ted, you know, the big boss from Netflix, openly spoke in an interview about how people really just want gossip from Meghan and Harry. Their other things have not rated well. I mean, that to me was a warning flag. No two ways about it. If Ted was my boss, I'd be very concerned indeed. Now, what's interesting is that Meghan's new venture will include a cooking show for Netflix. Now, you know, without being unkind, I think the cooking genre has moved on. If you remember the golden days of Gordon Ramsay shouting at people because they couldn't get a souffle going, then, you know, I think that bullying aspect has moved on. Yes, you can understand Meghan with her fluffy, soft-focused, lit lifestyle brand is very nice, but around the world, people are going through a cost of living crisis. Insiders at Netflix say to me that this is really just a token gesture, you know. It's up to them what happens and how it works. But if it doesn't rate well, this will be their third show after Invictus and, of course, the business show which they executive produced. Well, apparently, you know, they're going to be looking at that and seeing where it all lands, where it all sort of lays in the future. Interesting to note as well that Ted never referenced the Meet Me at the Lake big feature that apparently was going to be the #1 project last year. Seemingly they've now moved on from that. And I've been told also that certain people, and as ever we have to say allegedly, at Lemonada are now very concerned about Meghan's commitment to the podcast venture. You understand? She gets a new thing, quickly drops the last thing. And this really does need some dedication. Now, of course, Meghan's team are saying, oh no, this will all work in conjunction with. But the bottom line truly, as ever, in the world of television is Meghan a, shall we say, engaging host? Would you want to watch a cooking show from her? And more importantly, how relatable is it going to be? Seemingly at Netflix, they're just counting the days. We'll look at it when it's ready, is the thing that I've been told. Apparently, though, Netflix felt that the show should have been ready long before Meghan decided to launch the lifestyle brand on social media. Apparently, a media a couple of weeks ago that she found, well, terrible. But it's amazing what money, power, and of course exposure is needed when it's needed. You get the picture. Right now, as I say, Ted is sitting pretty, and if he has to cut loose, then this would give him the perfect opportunity. So if Meghan fails to turn up the heat in the kitchen, quite frankly, she could find herself quite literally in the Netflix freezer. It's a developing story. When I know more, you'll know more. Neil Shaw in the very heart of London.